Scott, W2BLT, and welcome to the Morning Brew for the 5th of August. This is net number 1022 for those keeping score, and I'll be your host for the first hour. Then we'll turn it over to Al, K8BAC up in Britain, Michigan. And on the log this morning we have Vicky, KE8VKY. Just a couple announcements. Tonight at 8 o'clock, right here in the East Coast Reflector, we have the TechNet. Bring your ham-related technical questions and any other questions you might have. Or just stop by and check in and say hello to us. That's 8 o'clock tonight, right here on the East Coast Reflector. I want to remind everybody, again, we have text line and email that you can check in and avoid all your pileups. You can text it to 716-317-9050. That's 716-317-9050. Please text your call sign only, and please only text in once. We have an email available. You can email your call sign to text@ecr.radio. That's text@ecr.radio, and that'll get you right into the log. Let me acknowledge the stations that we have here. Well, I had the text already. We have KE2EDS, Mark, W9AFK, Adam, KA8BYU, Roy, KC2NJV, Wayne, KD9YUZ, Jimmy, N6QDY, David, 82KP, Stephen, KM4WZD, Joe, KE2EIO, Michael, and KR4EMM, Vincent. We had a couple more come in. We had KD2YUY, and we had W3CVE, and N3DQD also. What mobiles do we have out there this morning looking to join us? Mobiles only, and please, only if you're mobile, please come now.
Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet, November. Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet, November, mobile.
Kilo 4, W4, VPX, W4, VPX, mobile. In and out this morning. 8 Sierra Tango Juliet, Whiskey 8 Sierra Tango Juliet, mobile.
Kilo 4, Kilo Tango Oscar. Kilo 4, Kilo Tango Oscar, mobile.
Juliet 5, India Whiskey Papa. KJ5, India Whiskey Papa, mobile. KR4, COH, Kilo Romeo 4, Charlie Oscar Hotel, Jacksonville, North Carolina. All right, let's hold it up there for just a moment. Let me recognize from the bottom up, we had KR4 COH Hector, KJ5 IWP Steve, K4 KTO Stanley, W8 NJT Nick, W8 STJ Steve, W4 PPX Don in Hollywood was in and out this morning. We had KK4 KZZ Mark and KZ4 JN Anders. Any other mobiles before I run them, please come now. Well, with nothing heard, let me give you the question of the day. Seems how I forgot at the top. Easy question. Have you ever marched in a parade? It's summertime. I enjoy a good parade now and then. And I want to know, have you ever marched in a parade? Let's go to the top of this mobile list with KZ4JN. Good morning, Anders.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great week. I did march in a parade once, they call the May Parade, which is May 1st, and I was dressed up in my Eagle Scout outfit. So I have done that once, yes. Hope everyone has a great day, and I'll send it back to you at net control. This is KZ4JM.
Thanks, Anders. You have yourself a fine day. KK4, KZZ, Mark in Satsuma, Florida. Morning, Mark. Have you ever marched in a parade?
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Yes, I have. I was very young. Wow, that goes back. Memories. I must have been either a Cub Scout or a Boy Scout at the time. So, yeah, it goes back a long time ago. Well, have a great day, everybody, and I'll send it back to net. KK4KZZ.
Alrighty, thank you, Mark. Appreciate you joining us this morning. W8SDJ, Steve in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Vicky. Good morning to everybody here on the Morning Brew. The answer for me is yes. Spent some decent time back in middle school and high school in the marching band, so yeah, I've been in quite a few across the country as well. Hope everybody has a great day. Plus day ahead. This is W8SDJ.
Very good, Steve. Thanks for joining us this morning. W8NJT, Nick in Toledo, Ohio. Good morning, Nick.
Morning, everybody on the net. I have. It's been felt like a million years. W8NJT back in net control.
Thanks for joining us this morning, Nick. Have a good one. K4, KTO, Stanley in Leesburg, Florida. Good morning. K4, KTO, Stanley, are you still with me? Well, Mark, him is in and out. How about KJ5, IWP? Steve out in Abilene, Texas. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. In response to the question of the day, yes, I have marched in many a parade. Appreciate all and all y'all do. Y'all have a great day. God bless. KJ5 IWP, back to net control.
All right, thanks for joining us this morning. Steve, and have a great day. KR4, COH, Hector in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. 69 degrees here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Good morning to the Brew. As far as the parade, to answer the question, not that I can recall, but I've been to a few of them. Top of the day to everyone, and may we have a great day. KR4COH, monitoring the frequency.
All right, you have a good day, Hector, and thanks for joining us. Let me recognize the text check-in that just came in. We had KQ4SRN, Sean in Leesburg. Let's go to the top of this list for the text check-ins. KE2EDS, Mark in Elma, New York, one of your hosts on the open mic night here on the East Coast Reflector. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicky, and the rest of the group. Yes, I marched in a parade. I was a scout as a youth and an adult, so I marched in many parades. Scott, you have a great day. KE2EDS.
All right, thank you, Mark. I do know your name. Have a great day. Next up, W9ASK Adam in Downers Grove, Illinois. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody, and you can mark me down as yes. Had a lot of fun, met a lot of nice people, drank a lot of beer. W9ASK, we're clear.
Oh boy, sounds like Sounds like a volunteer fire company to me. Have a great day, Adam. Appreciate you joining us. KA8BYU, Roy in Blaisdell, New York. Good morning, Roy.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Be on the Brew. KA8BYU. Yeah, I have. Back when I was in Civil Air Patrol, our color guard unit marched in several parades. Back to you.
Alrighty, Roy. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the day. KC2NJV, Wayne in Belmore, New York. Good morning, Wayne, and have you ever marched in a parade?
Good morning, Scott and the rest of the crew. I have marched with the Coast Guard in the St. Patty's Day Parade and the Veterans Day Parade in New York City. And that was rather exciting and interesting. Have yourself a great day.
Thanks, Wayne. I appreciate you joining us. This is W2BLT. Next up at KD9YUZ, Jimmy in Wakarusa, Indiana. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Al, and Vicky, and everybody listening. What a beautiful sunrise here in Wakarusa this morning. To answer the question, yes, back in Boy Scouts, marched in a lot of parades. Everybody have a great, blessed day. KD9YUZ, back to net.
Alrighty, thank you, Jimmy. And that station coming out of Sheffield over in the UK, you're in the middle of an organized net here. If you want to check in, well, I'll be taking check-in shortly. N6QDY, David in Sacramento, California. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Scott, Vicky, the Brew crew, and everybody in the Zoom control room, N6QDY. Yes, I have many in the Marine Corps, so thanks for asking, and everybody have a great day. Back to net control, N6QDY.
All right, thanks for joining us so early out there, David. You have yourself a good day. 82 KP, Stephen in Brooklyn, New York. Good morning.
Brew crew, yes, I have marched in parades. Thank you for doing that, and I hope everyone has a great day. This is 82 KP, back to net control.
Alrighty, Stephen. Enjoy the rest of the day. KM4WZD, Joe in Claremont, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott and Vicky. Good morning to the crew. Yes, I have marched in a few parades, like so many others, because of my involvement with the Scouts. Everybody take care. 7-3s. Happy Tuesday. It's KM4 WZD. Back to net.
Thanks, Joe. These folks are surprising me this morning. I didn't realize we had so many marchers in the bunch. K2EIO, Michael in Elman, New York. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody. Yes, I have once or twice. It was so long ago, I don't remember exactly what it was. It's KU2EIO 73. Everybody have a good day and back to net. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for joining us this morning, Michael. Have a good day. KR4EEMM, Vincent, down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Good morning. KR4EMM, Vincent, are you with me? KR4EMM, yes, I have marched in a parade, back to the net. Hey, thank you, Vincent. Have a good day, and thanks for joining us. Next up, N3 DQD, Ray in Beaver, Pennsylvania.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the crew in there this morning. I have never marched in a parade, but I've ridden in many Lions Club parades on floats and vehicles. Back to net. This is N3DQD.
Thank you, Ray. Enjoy the day today. Next up, KD2YUI, Charles in Syracuse, New York. Good morning.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everybody listening in on the Brew. In the yes column, being part of the fire service, I couldn't tell you how many parades I've marched in. Yeah, quite a few. 73, all back to net control, KD2YUY.
All right, thank you, Charles. You have yourself a fine day. W3CVE, Chuck in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everybody on the Brew there. Yes, way back when I was in scouting there, marched in parade there, Scott. So have a great day, Scott, W3CVE.
Well, thanks for joining us, Chuck. You have yourself a good day. Let me acknowledge a couple text check-ins that we got here. We had KQ4, SRN, Sean in Leesburg, N2MEX, Ricky in Wading River, NA2B, Charlie and Birdie in Sun City Center, Florida, and KC0EQA. Before I run them, let's take general check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, please come with your call sign twice and slowly.
Romeo Oscar, November, Bravo 4, Romeo Oscar, November, on the portable, in and out this morning.
M7 Delta Sierra, Quebec, M7 DSQ, from the northeast of the UK. Hi to everyone on the East Coast Brew Gateway. Mike 7 Delta Sierra, Quebec. Golf 1 November, yes. 4D1 NYS.
N2B Bravo,
N2BH.
Papa Oscar Bravo Mobile, KB2 POB in the mobile.
Mike 7 Delta Sierra, Quebec. Mike 7 Delta Sierra, Quebec. From the northeast of the UK.
Golf Uniform Yankee Mobile. Kilo Juliet 5 Delta Hotel Foxtrot in and out mobile.
Mike 7 Delta Sierra, Quebec. Mike 7 Delta Sierra, Quebec. Mobile station northeast of the UK.
All right, let me pick this up here for a minute. Let me recognize M7DSQ Dave up in Wingate, England. We had 4G1 NYS Stephen, N2BH Bill, KB2 POB Patrick, W2PUT Dan, KI5RGY Bruce, N4 RHE Roger, KJ5GUY Guy, and a KJ5DHF Robert and Sugarland was in and out. Who did we miss, or who would like to get into the brew? Please call sign twice since before I run the list.
KE2FLO, KE2FLO, in and out. Good morning.
Whiskey, Bravo, Echo, Whiskey, Whiskey, Bravo, Echo, Whiskey, in and out, please. Number 4, Alpha, Echo, Delta, Mobile. November 8, Romeo, Whiskey, Foxtrot, that's N8RWF. In and out, please check me in and out. Good morning. Kilo Charlie 3, Golf Delta. Kilo Charlie 3, Foxtrot, Golf Delta. November 2, India, Sierra, Kilo. November 2, India, Sierra, Kilo.
All right, let me pick it up there for a moment. We had N2 ISK, Bob and Woodbridge, KC3F, GD Ray, N8 RWF, Bill in Trenton, Michigan was in and out. We had a couple here. I just want to check the call sign. Was it N4AED?
North Carolina, November 4, Alpha, Echo, Delta.
All righty, we got you that time, Richard. Then there was another one. We had W8 to BEW, Brian in Lincoln Park, Michigan. KE2FLO, Mike in Buffalo was in and out. KJ5DHF, Robert in Sugarland was in and out as well. We have KY4MB, Scott, and KJ5MEL, Jose. Let's go to the top of this list. The question of the day, everyone, is have you ever marched in a parade? This is W2BLT. Let's go to KQ4, SRN, Sean in Leesburg. Good morning.
Good morning. Greetings from Central Florida. Yes, I have been in several parades. When I was younger, martial arts school I was involved with, and then later on with the Special Fire Police up in Pennsylvania several times. A lot of fun. Good times. I appreciate everything that you guys do, and back to control. Have a great day, everybody. That's all right.
Mike 7, Delta Sierra, Quebec.
Alrighty, Mike 7 station. We'll get to you shortly here. N2 MEX, Ricky in Wading River, New York. Good morning, Ricky.
Everybody on the Brew, yes, I have marched in many parades being part of the fire service of the local town, and I also marched many times being part of organized labor in Manhattan on the Labor Day parade. Back to net, and thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Ricky. Appreciate it. You have yourself a fine day. NA2B, Charlie and Birdie down in Sun City Center, Florida. Good morning, Charlie.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Vicky and everybody on the net for Birdie and I. Muggy, Tampa Bay. This morning. Response to the question, Scott, yes, marched in several parades. Actually started out early in my days in the Marine Corps, too. Marched a few then. Anyway, another warm day here. Expect the rain to pick up this week, so we're hoping for some local air conditioning outside. Thanks for what you do. Have a good day. NA2B, back to that.
Thanks, Charlie. You and Birdie have a good day. KC0EQA, Douglas in Hastings, Nebraska. Good morning.
Good morning. This is KC0EQA, Doug in Hastings, Nebraska. Yeah, I haven't marched in a parade, but I have helped out with the parades many times here in Nebraska. But anyway, that's about all I've got. KC0EQA.
All right, thank you, Douglas. Have yourself a fine day. We had WB4 RON, Ron up in Niagara Falls, was in and out this morning. Next up, M7 DSQ, Dave, over in the UK. Good morning, Dave, and have you ever marched in a parade?
I've walked with the miners' welfare parade, band parade, and I always watch and walk alongside the Remembrance Sunday, Poppy Day here in the UK. And I'd just like to say that it's the first time I've come across this breakfast brew. Scott and Vicky, is it? If there's anyone else I missed out, then I'm sorry about that. And I'll leave it at there and let others Mike 7DSQ, over.
Well, thank you for joining us, Stephen. We appreciate it, Dave. And you have yourself a fine day. Next up, Ford G1 NYS, Stephen, in Batangas City over in the Philippines. Geez, I guess good evening.
Okay, thank you, Bill. Good evening to you. This is a 4 Golf 1 November Yankee Sierra. Or today say good morning to you there and good evening from here in the Philippines. My answer to your question, yes, I already did march with in a parade, especially that I am an active Rover Scout here in my country. Rover Scout and Boy Scout of the Philippines. We have already done that during occasions and jamboree on the air. 7-3, I'll send it back to you.
Well, thank you for joining us, Stephen. Always a pleasure. And speaking of Bill, next up, N2BH, Bill out in Palmyra, one of your baristas here on the Morning Brew. Morning, Bill.
Hey, good morning, Scott, Vicky, everybody. Oh, yes, as a volunteer fireman, yep. Marched several years, and back in my hometown, the night before the fireman's parade, they always had a kiddie parade, and parents dressed you up as something goofy, and you'd march in that. N2BH.
Well, they wouldn't have to dress me up too much for that parade, that's for sure. Have a good day, Bill. Appreciate you joining us. Let's go to KB2 POB, Patrick, in Mastic, New York, in the mobile.
Everybody, yes, marched in several, but definitely prefer watching them with a cold beverage. KB2 POB, back to net.
All right, thanks, Patrick. Appreciate you joining us. Next up, W2 PUT, Dan up in Milan, Michigan, or somewhere's up north of Milan. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning. Yeah, we are still up north, but I think we're heading back south this afternoon. To answer the question of the day, yes, on many occasions with the fire department, and I know it's a hazy memory back to the school days, but I think in in some parades during grade school, I don't know. That was a long time ago. Back to you from W2PUT.
Alrighty, Dan, thanks for joining us, and have a safe ride back home tonight. This is W2BLT. Next up, KI5, RGY. Bruce out in Leander, Texas. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the crew. Yes, I have marched in a few parades as a boy in the Boy Scout program, as an adult in the Boy Scout program, and rode in a few rodeo parades in my day, but it's been a while, and I've probably marched in my last. Have a great morning, guys. This is KI5 RGY, back to bed.
Alrighty, thank you, Bruce, and for some of us, I don't think marching is in the cards anymore. Have a great day. Next up, Roger, N4 RHE in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Top of the morning.
W2BLT and the rest of the day to yourself, Scott. And clever cousin Vicky, good ears. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. Yes, not marched, but I've piloted a vessel in the world-famous Fort Lauderdale Christmas Boat Parade. Lots of laughs, if this counts. November 4, Roger Ham Enthusiast. Return to net.
Alrighty, thanks, Roger. Have yourself a good day and appreciate you joining us. KJ5 GUI, Guy out in Harvey, Louisiana. Good morning. KJ5 GUI, Guy, are you still with us? Moving right along, let's go to Brian. W8BEW in Lincoln Park, Michigan. Good morning.
Everybody on the Brew crew. To answer the question, it's been since high school, but yes, I have marched in a marching band. With that, I'll send it back to Net. This is Whiskey 8, Bravo Echo Whiskey.
Alrighty, it's a yes for you, Brian. Have yourself a fine day. Next up, N4 AED, Richard in Wendell, North Carolina. If we got that call sign right, looks like you're new to the system. Welcome.
Morning. Yeah, I've been thinking for a while to get in here and say hello to everybody. Van KM4TC has been telling me about it. But, yeah, it's been one of those things. I finally figured out what I was doing wrong. But, yeah, I've marched in marching band in the Boy Scouts and as a Cub Master for the Cub Scouts. So, I won't do it no more. My knees won't handle it. But 73 is good to meet everybody, and hope everybody has a wonderful day. Back to Net.
Well, thanks for joining us, Richard, and by golly, don't be a stranger. We're here every Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time, except for holidays. And like I say, don't be a stranger. Come back and talk with us again. Let's go to KC3 FGD, Ray, down in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Ray.
Hey, good morning, Scott and Vicky, everyone on the Brew. Wow, does this bring back wild memories. Back in the 60s, 70s, I belonged to the West Belmar Fire Company. We did a lot of marching. In fact, we even built a downscale model of a hook and ladder rig and did a lot of clowning around with that. And then things really got wild at times when we met up with the Irish Sons of the Shillelagh, so you can imagine what went on after that. Hey, great memories, Scott. Everyone have a great day. Back to net control.
Thanks for joining us, Ray. And I know if it was a fire department, they were on the straight and narrow and there wasn't any alcoholic beverages involved. You have yourself a fine day. Next up, N2ISK, Bob, Woodbridge, New Jersey. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott and crew. Yeah, well, the answer is yes. I have marched in parades a number of times, mostly in my very young days. But I got to carry the American flag. It was way bigger than me, way heavier. You put on this nice belt that has a little holder in it, and oh man, that thing was huge and heavy. What else? Yeah, well, a lot of parades and things over the years. We had some local, I would say, influential people here that where I used to live, and they asked for a bunch of us Corvette owners to escort them, drive them through a bicentennial parade. So, yeah, got to decorate the cars and drive the big shots in a bicentennial parade. They were, well, let me say, not the kind of people you say no to. So there you go. Have a good day. Enjoy escape.
Alrighty, thank you, Bob. Appreciate you joining us and have a great day. This is W2BLT. Next up, KJ5 MEL, Jose in Austin, Texas. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to everybody. This morning, quite exciting. We'll be driving down south to work in the small town of Shirts. But it's going to be an interesting day. My wife comes back from her expedition over there in North Carolina. And so we're excited and we're wanting to make a great day out of it. So you all enjoy your part of the day. And good morning to the whole crew. And no, well, yes, since I was maybe a teenager, I paraded with the school and I paraded with the Boy Scouts. So that was a good experience. I've also paraded with the military back home in Honduras. So that was when my young days. Those days are gone now and don't see or participate in any parades. Thank you and good day to all of you. 73s.
Thanks for joining us, Jose. And if the wife's coming home, better make sure the house is clean before she gets there. Next up, KY4NB, Scott in Memphis, Tennessee. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Scott. The Brew crew and Miss Vicki, there working behind the scenes. Thanks for taking my check-in here. Mel Barbecue Land and out of Brother Randall there as well. The answer is yes, while trying to play a ukulele, the key word being trying. Anyway, we had fun. It was the St. Patrick's Day parade here in 7-3's all KY4NB. It's going to be a beautiful day here in Memphis.
All right, thanks for joining us, Scott. And I got a picture in my head of you walking down the street marching with a ukulele in your hand. Have a good day. Let's see, let me acknowledge some text check-ins that we got here, and we'll add some more to them, and we'll run it. We had AA4, JW, Jeremy, KD5, RRJ, Dan, N8ZFH, Gary, W2, RBC, Randy, KE8, SMN, Jeff, KI5, PMI, Bill, and KA5, GSS, Shane. Who else do we have looking to join us before we run the list? Please come with your call sign twice and slowly.
W5 Delta Bravo 7 with OMH Delta Bravo Sierra.
In and out. Good morning.
Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. Kilo 4 Delta India Yankee. Kilo 4 Delta India Yankee.
Romeo Whiskey, Kilo November 4, Romeo Whiskey.
BBM. N9 BBM. Nathan, Chicago.
K1 MCO, Kilo 1 Mike Charlie Oscar, in and out, Orlando.
DE4 NVI, Kilo Echo 4, November Victor India.
Kilo 6 Lima, November India, K6 LNI, in and out.
TRG mobile. Kilo Delta 2 Tango Romeo Golf is mobile. Morning, Scotty.
Kilo Charlie November 9 Echo Hotel Tango, N9 EHC, good morning, in and out. Alrighty, let me pick it up there for just a moment. Let me recognize who we got here. From the bottom up, we had N9 EHT Dugout, New Caney, Texas was in and out. We had KC3 LAV, Mike, K2 TV, N0 CKV, marked by the text. We had KD2 TRG, Bob down in Stony Brook. In the mobile, we had K6 LNI, Lancelot out in Hayward, California was in and out. We had KE4 NVI, Kevin, KK4, OXX, Jonas via the text. We had K1 MCO, Jay in Orlando, one of my POTA buddies there, was in and out. Thanks for joining us, Jay. We had N9 BBM, Nate in Chicago, KN4 RW, Rudy, KK4 DIY, Gene, N5 GI, Rick via the text line. And we had AA5 JW, James in the mobile. We had W5 TBS, David in Houston. W7 OMH, Mike in Wading River was in and out. The rest of them I acknowledged. Was there anybody in there we missed? Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet. Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet, in and out.
Kilo Charlie 5, Charlie Zulu X-Ray, KC5C ZX Mobile.
Ontario, Canada.
3 Tango Charlie Sierra. BE3 TCS Tim, also in Windsor, in and out, please.
KR4 CKC.
Oh.
DE3 SDX. DE3 SDX. In and out, listening from work.
Alright, let me pick it up here. I think that's a good list to get going with here. At the bottom we had Bentley up in Cache Bay, Ontario, Canada, VE3 SBX. listening to work. We had KR4, CKC, Bill in the Villages, VE3, TCS. Tim in Windsor was in and out. We had KC5, CZX, Daryl. VE3, TGN, Tim in Windsor. We had VA3, KTJ, Jinsik up in Canada was in and out. The rest of them I acknowledge. Let's go to the top of this list. This is W2BLT. The question of the day, have you ever marched in a parade? Let me take these mobiles in here that we have. First, let's go to Alpha Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey, James and Spring. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Scott and Vicky and everybody out there on the Brew crew. This is Alpha Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile, James and Spring, mobile into Houston for work today. It's gonna be hot today, but that's all right. I'm just thinking about the winter when it gets here, and everybody up north is cold, and we'll be grilling hamburgers in the backyard. To the question at hand, yes, I have marched in a parade, a St. Patrick's Day parade. In fact, I ended up on a float. It wasn't planned. I just saw some friends that were in the parade, and I was standing on the side of the road and decided to join them. And we had a hoot. The hardest part was getting back to my vehicle at the end of the day. With that, I'll say 7-3, hand it back to Ned. Everybody have a blessed day and stay safe out there. This is Alpha Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile. We'll be monitoring.
Alrighty, thank you, James. Appreciate you joining us, and you have a good day. Next up on the mobile, KD2 TRG, Bob in Stony Brook, New York. Good morning, Bob. Haven't talked to you for a while.
Yeah, good to hear you, buddy. Yeah, I've been back and forth to radios and going in and doing a little shift work and doing a little things a little differently here and there. So not always on the radio in the morning. But when I hear your golden tones, I got to jump on, buddy. As far as marching goes, well, as you know, former military, so I've done my fair share of marching, that's for sure. And I also did it back in the Scouts, when I was in the Scouts and when my son was in the Scouts. So with that, I'll say 73, Scotty, and thanks for taking the mobiles. Have a great day, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. KD2 TRG is clear.
Alrighty, Bob. Thanks for joining us. Good to hear you again. Let's see, who else we got in the mobile? KC5 CZX Daryl out in Lubbock. Morning.
Well, your timing couldn't have been any better. I just arrived at my home QTH. And no, I have never done a marching band, but like the other one, I was military and did a lot of marching in the military. So back to you, KC5CZX.
Thank you, Daryl. Have a good day, and timing is everything. Let's go to AA4JW, Jeremy in Lexington, South Carolina. Good morning. A4JW, are you still with us? Nothing heard. Let's go down to Dan in Kirbyville, Texas. KD5RRJ via the text line. Good morning, Dan, and have you ever marched in a parade?
This is KD5RRJ. Appreciate you picking me up and being there. Appreciate Vicky running the log for us. And yes, I've marched in parades with different sports teams and scouts, and as a kid and as an adult, and got to carry the flag. So a lot of parade experience there. But I guess the most memorable was as a high school boy, teenager. My dad and I restored and fixed up an old 1961 Corvette convertible. And so I got to drive that in a few of the homecoming parades, and that was a lot of fun. Y'all have a great day. This is KD5RRJ. Back to net.
All right, thank you, Dan. Appreciate you joining us. Next up, N8ZFH, Gary in Woodhaven, Michigan. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Scott, Vicki, and the crew. And it's been quite a few years, but the Memorial Day Parade, when I was in junior high and high school band, please check me in and out. NHZFH, back to Nat.
Thanks for joining us, Gary. You have yourself a good day. Next up, one of our team members here on the East Coast Reflector, Randy, W2RBC. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning, Scott, Vicki, and everyone on the Morning Brew. Yeah, as a Coast Guard auxiliarist, I was involved in many parades. We didn't march, though. We rode on a trailer boat. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2, RBC.
Alrighty, thanks, Randy. You have yourself a good day. KE8SMN, Jeff in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Good morning.
Good morning to everyone on the Brew Crew. This is KE8SMN. Put me down as a yes. Walked alongside my son's Boy Scout troop boat in the Christmas parade a couple of times. KE8SMN. Back tonight.
Alrighty, thanks, Jeff. Appreciate you joining us this morning. Next up, KI5, PMI, Bill in Hobbs, New Mexico. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, and everybody on the Brew. No, I have not marched in the parade. Rest of the day, just a little work. Going to be a mild 101 over here today, so I hope everyone has a great day. KI5 PMI, back to net.
Boy, I don't know. I don't think 101 and work should be in the same sentence. Have a good day. Thanks for joining us as always, Bill. KI5, GSS, Shane in Beaumont, Texas. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Thank you, everybody on the Brew. This is KI5 GSS. Put me down for a no. I've not ever marched in a parade, and probably never will. KA5 GSS, back to net control. 7-3, everybody. Have a good one.
Well, thanks for joining us this morning, Shane. You have yourself a good day. Next up at W5 at DBS, David in Houston, Texas. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Yes, as a youngster in elementary school and junior high, I was in the Boy Scouts and we held down some balloons in the Thanksgiving Day parade in Houston, Texas. Later, in the Marine Corps, I served in a reserve unit for a while here in Houston. Our flamethrower section doubled as a band. So on Armed Forces Day, since I was the leader, I got to lead the entire Armed Forces Day parade down Main Street of Houston, Texas, which was a kick. That was a long, long time ago, many pounds ago. But love the parade and love the Brew Crew. That's back to the net. This is W5 DBS in Houston, Texas.
All right, thanks for joining us, David, and have a great day. N5 GI via the text line. Rick, down in the Villages. Good morning.
Well, good morning, all. Hope everybody's having a good day on the Brew Crew today. To answer the daily question, yes, I marched in a parade with the Boy Scouts when I was younger, and it was a great experience. It was a regular event for our Boy Scout troop. Hope everybody has a great week. It's a beautiful day here in the Villages. And back to net control, N5GI.
Well, thanks for joining us, Rick. We appreciate it. Next up, KK4 DIY, Gene in Homosassa, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, and everybody out there. This is KK4 DIY. Yes, I have marched in parades, part of the military. both in training and outside of training, and enjoyed every minute. But don't do it anymore. KK4 DIY. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for joining us, Gene. We appreciate it. Next up at KN4RW, Rudy in Smithfield, North Carolina. Good morning.
Everybody on the net, this is KN4RW Rudy in Smithfield. Yes, I marched in many parades and also provided security detail for dignitaries. So with that, I pass it back to Net Control 73's KN4RW. Have a good week.
All right, thanks for joining us this morning. Next up, Nate out in Chicago, Illinois, N9 at BBM. Good morning, Nate.
Good morning, everyone. N9 BPM checking in. I have been in a parade. I was in marching band in high school 20 some odd years ago on the drum line. So we went to Walt Disney World, marched in some type of parade there. Hope everyone has a great day. By the way, TGIF is back up. They went down hard, pretty hard, but they're back up. That's how I'm talking to you. Everyone have a great day. N9 BPM back next control.
All righty, Nate, you have a great day, and thanks for joining us this morning. KK4, OXX, Jonas in Miramar, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, and thanks for taking my check-in. And by the way, I wanted to let Gene know, Mr. DIY, that I watch his videos on YouTube all the time, DIY. Anyway, as far as the question is concerned, yes. Well, I did march. I rode. My dad owned a couple of horses. He was part of a saddle club. And I had the fortune to ride with the saddle club in the American Royal Parade, Kansas City, back in the 60s as a kid. Later in the Orange Bowl, with the football team, we had a Pig Bowl police department football team that played other football teams full contact. And so we marched in the Orange Bowl for that day. But anyway, had a good one. Thanks for taking my check-in, KK4OXX.
All right, have a good day, Jonas, and thanks for joining us. Next up, KE4NVI, Kevin in Fort White, Florida. Morning, Kevin. Have you ever marched in a parade?
Good morning, everyone. This is Kevin, KE4NVI. Yes, I've been in multiple parades. In fact, we do multiple parades per year. We do our annual Christmas party in town. We also do the Florida Gators Homecoming Parade every spring or so. And then, of course, time we win the national championship, which is pretty much every year, we do another parade just for that. So, very active in the parades here in the Gainesville metropolitan area. Everybody have a great day. KE4NVI.
Alrighty, Kevin, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Next up, N0CKD, Mark in Plymouth, Minnesota. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, the Brew crew. No, I have not been in a parade. And 0CKV back to net.
Alrighty, thank you, Mark. Appreciate you joining us. Next up, K2TV, Bob, Fairfax, Virginia. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the crew. Yes, I have. Years ago, back in the 60s, when I was a volunteer fireman, I worked quite a few Memorial Day parades. Anyway, everyone have a great... This is K2TV.
Alrighty, thank you, Bob. We appreciate it. Well, that's going to do it for me, folks. Appreciate everybody that checked in with me today. And the rest of the list I will send over to our buddy Al, K8BAC up in Britton, Michigan. Britton, Michigan. Everybody have a great day, and thanks for joining me. This is W2BLT. It's all yours, Al.
Thank you, Scott. Good morning, everybody. This is Al, K8BAC, along with Vicky, K8BKY, logging for me, keep me out of trouble. Yes, I have been in many parades because my 120-pound scrawny butt played the tri-toms in marching band. Actually, marched a few of them marching band a few times. So it's kind of a neat thing. But, yeah, long galaxy far away. Let's pick up what we got left off. That is the question of the day. Have you ever marched in a parade? Let's go to KC3LAV, Mike in Lidditz, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Mike.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Al. Good morning to everyone on the crew. Thanks, Scott, for passing me off. That's okay. KC3LAV, Mike in Warwick Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Yes, indeed. We have marched in a color guard in Scouts. We marched color guard in high school. Many parades. Philadelphia is known for parades. And now, as a senior citizen, even marched in a Lidditz 4th of July parade. My goodness gracious. Lovely, beautiful days to march. KC3LAV, back to net control. Thank you very much. We're clear.
All right. I don't know if I'd have the desire to even march in a parade in this day and age, but it's fun to watch them. Let's go to VE3. And Tim in Windsor, Ontario, across the mud puddle from me there. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, net controller there, and Vicky there. I would say yes. When in my younger age, when I was 13 to 19, I used to march in the band with the Royal Canadian Air Cadets there for Remembrance Day there, and that the answer is yes.
Well, all righty, Tim. We'll put you down as a yes. You have a great day, sir. Let's go to KR4CKC Bill in the Villages in Florida. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning.
We had a full dress parade we had to go through. So put that as yes, KR4CKC. You'll have a good day, 73s.
All righty, thank you, Bill. We lost you a little bit there at the beginning, but we got your yes and what you're doing, so that's what we needed. Have a great day. Let's go through all of these text check-ins we have here. We got NY1 US, Norm in South Wales, New York, KJ4 ZFM, Robert, Deltona, Florida. We have W8 WHK Bill, North Fort Myers, Florida. We got KQ8U, Bob in Ecorse, Michigan, KM4TC, Terry in Four Oaks, North Carolina, and the Godfather, WB2JPQ, Dick in Eden, New York. Let's jump up to NY1 US, Norm in South Wales, New York. Have you ever marched in a parade, Norm?
Yes, I have. When I was a youngster, we were in Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts and did some marching back then. So everybody have a good day, and back to net.
All righty, thank you, Norm. Have a great day. Let's go to KJ4 ZFM, Robert, Deltona, Florida. Good morning, Robert.
Wow, good morning to everybody on the crew. Thank you, and I appreciate everybody. I hope everybody had a blessed weekend and good start of the week. Answer to the question, yes, I have been in a parade. If you can imagine what KJ4Z FM looks like in a pink tutu. But I tried it. I got my best buddy's wife sitting over here cracking up. KJ4Z FM. Everyone have a blessed day.
All right, Robert, have a great day. Maybe we don't want to know. WHK Bill, North Fort Myers, Florida. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. Southwest Florida, 80 degrees. Yes, I have marched in parades, mainly the St. Patrick's Day Parade, Cleveland, Ohio, with the police department. And then, of course, I'm not counting our golf cart parades we have here for just about every holiday in the Heritage Park here. But yeah, parades, they're fun. They're great. And then, afterwards we all go drink beer and have a good time. Okay, I'll turn it back to you. WHK. 73.
All right, thank you, Bill. We're going to have consensus in the Zoom room whether golf cart parades count as marching in a parade. What do you think, guys? Shake your heads. I think we're good. No. But we'll get you for yes anyways for the pass. Let's go to KQ8U, Bob, E-Course. So, Bob.
Morning, Al, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. Marched in a parade back in the late 80s. I helped my uncle's organization, Lincoln at Wyandotte, 4th of July parade. In recent years, our car club, we put like 20, 25 cars in the Lincoln Park Memorial Day parade every year. It's not exactly marching, it's like riding, and it's every real good day. KQ8U, back to that.
All right, thank you, Bob. Have a great day, man. Next up, KM4TC, Terry, 4 Oaks, North Carolina. Good morning, Terry.
I was in the marching band actually started in 5th grade, but started marching in 6th grade through 12th grade, so we went within a 50-mile radius, but it didn't get fair in 1980, and I heard another march to the world with too. I played the trumpet, so it's good memories. Anyway, thanks for having me. Y'all have a good week, KM4TC.
All right, thank you, Terry. Father, the East Coast Reflector, Dick, WB2JPQ, and the morning.
Well, good morning, Al. I got to put myself in the same category as Terry there from 4 Oaks, North Carolina. I played the trumpet in the band. So yes, I was in a parade. I want to remind everybody our news magazine is out. If you did not get it, let us know, or you can subscribe yourself. bit.ly/ECR subscribe. ECR subscribe. So you can subscribe yourself. Hundreds of people are subscribing themselves, which is making our life very easy. Just want to give everybody a little heads up. We're changing our format on our Usenet. Hopefully we will get more kids involved, and we're really looking for third-party use. This coming Friday, we're going to have a young lady from North Carolina as a third-party net controller. So if your son, daughter, neighbor, whatever, come on in the East Coast Reflector Zoom room at 7 o'clock on Friday, an hour before the net. We're going to try to get some Zoom room activity fired up and get some of these kids involved in the Zoom room, and hopefully it will rub off on the air. So more to come on that. We'll get things written up. Big changes in store, hopefully for the better. Thank you all. This is WB2JPQ.
All righty, thanks, Dick. Have a great day. Let's go to K6AAN, Mike in Valley Springs, California. Good morning, Mike.
to everybody on the Brew crew. It's a negative for me on parades. Never got the chance to do that. Anyway, we'll hand it back to you, and all have a great day. This is K6AAN.
All righty, thank you. Have a great day, Mike. Next up, one of our net controllers, Jason in Atlanta, Georgia, K4KU. Good morning, Jason.
Yeah, good morning. It's Washington, D.C. today. I hope you're all having a great day. And yes, I have a parade more than a few times. So I would also have a great one, everyone. This is K4KU, back to net control.
All righty, thank you, Jason. Have a great day. And last on this list, from Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan, N8HLN, Mike.
In the crew, answer to the question is no. Haven't been so fortunate, and with that we'll say 73 and wish everybody a great day. N8HLN, clear, back to net control.
All righty, thank you, Mike. Have a great day yourself. That brings us down to the bottom of this list. It's about 11 after 8. Let's see if we got any mobiles. Mobile stations only. Going to be late for work, you might as well play on the radio. Come with your call signs twice and slowly. Mobile stations only.
Hotel Delta Kilo X-ray, mobile, in and out. KE2, DKX, mobile, in and out.
Alpha India 5, Lima Mike. Alpha India 5, Lima Mike. Mobile, in and out.
All righty, just a couple. We had AI5LM, Marcus in Houston, Texas. He was in and out. We had KE2, DKX, Jason in Massac Beach, New York. He was in and out. Thanks, guys, for sticking your head in and saying good morning. All right, all other stations, general check-ins. Come out with your call signs twice and slowly.
November Whiskey 3 United NW3U.
Victor K4 NHV.
KB3 VPK. KB3 VPK.
Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie. Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie.
November 5 Delta Romeo Tango. November 5 Delta Romeo Tango. In and out.
Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Chris, in and out.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Fox. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Fox. In and out at the hospital with my brother-in-law who's getting day surgery. Never participated in a parade, attended many. Thanks for doing it, Al. VA3 CRS.
All righty. That's a pretty good little list. We'll go over that. First of all, BA3 CRF, Vern and Waterdown with his brother in the hospital. Hopefully everything goes well with your brother, Vern. He'll be in our prayers. And have a great day. We have AI5LM was in and out. Let's see, we already got those two. KE2DX, DKX, they were both in and out. We had NA1BE Barry in Parkland, Florida. KB8PLB Chris in Novi, Michigan. N5 DRT Kurt in Morton, Texas. We have WD8 PIC Bob in Sylvania, Ohio. KB3 VPK Mary in Easton, Pennsylvania. We have K4 NHV Nick in Sebring, Florida. At the top of this list, NW3U David in Garner, North Carolina. Question of the day. Have you ever marched in a parade? NW3U. Good morning, David.
Well, good morning to you and everybody out there, NW3U here. And as a matter of fact, I have marched in a parade many years ago. Halloween parade in my hometown up in Pennsylvania. And we were quite a hit because that's when the space race was just starting up. And they were putting dogs up there. We took our little pet dog. My mom helped make up a little space capsule. We put it on a wagon. And we had space helmets on, and we walked down the parade route, and got our picture on the front page of the newspaper. So I was a star. The first and only time I was a parade, I was a star. 7-3, you guys. Nice to talk to you this morning. NW3U.
Ah, yes, the 15 minutes of fame. Gotta love it. That's a great idea. All right, thanks, David. Have a great morning. Let's go to K4 NHB. Nick in Sabring, Florida. Good morning, Nick.
Well, good morning, everybody here on the net. Nick here in Sebring, Florida. I don't recall ever being in a parade. K4NHB, have a great day.
All righty, we got you down as a no. Thanks for checking in this morning. Have a good day. Next up, Mary in Easton, Pennsylvania, KB3 VPK. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning. Hold my beer. At least over 50. Did one already this year, 2 more to go. Mostly religious processions. So my answer is yes. Viva San Placido. Back to you, KB3 VP.
All righty, thank you, Mary. We got you down as a yes. Have a good morning. Next up, Sylvania, Ohio, WD8PIC. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, and the answer is no. I have not. And starting with today and onward, humidity, lots of it, and middle 80s. And slowly getting even warmer than that later on in the week, so that's what we're eventually going to send out east. Got nothing planned for today, just going to see what's going to happen, or find out what's going to happen. It'd be a miracle if I could see what's happened, being totally blind, but anyway. Back to net, WD8PIC.
Bob, I tell you what, I woke up in the middle of the night and I could tell the humidity had rose up. I don't know what the deal was, but I cranked the fan up, so. All right, thanks for checking this morning. I guess I should check the weather because I haven't done that in a few days. Let's go to N5 DRT, Kurt in Morton, Texas. Good morning, Kurt.
Good morning there. Yeah, I have been in a parade. I was about 10 years old, and I had my dad built a cart, and it was a goat cart, and I made the news. It was the 4th of July parade, matter of fact, N5 DRT.
All righty, thank you, Kurt. Have a great day. Make the news, that's a bonus. K8, or KB8, PLB, Chris over in Novi, Michigan. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on the net. Yes, I have marched in a parade. As a kid, it was with the Taekwondo Club, and then as an adult, mostly just with our church group, riding motorcycles of all things. A lot of fun. Everyone have a good week ahead. This is KB8, PLV, 73s to all.
All righty, thank you, Chris. Have a great day. Let's go down to NA1BE, Barry in Parkland, Florida. Good morning, Barry.
Well, I don't know if it's morning or afternoon, but good morning to you and good morning to the net. I don't even know if I'm mobile or base. I'm on a cruise ship, and I am in Turkey right now, and I've been in a parade. I've been in a baseball Little League parade probably 6-8 years. Every year we did a big parade out Island, New York, and now I'm a Floridian. And right now I'm on a big old cruise ship in the middle of, I guess it's the Mediterranean or the Aegean. I don't know, but I'm somewhere. Thank you for letting me come through, and this is NA1BE.
All right. Thanks for checking in this morning. I don't think we've got a nautical list. We have in and outs and everything else, but thanks for checking in this morning. Enjoy that cruise. Sounds like a good time. That takes us down to the bottom of another list. It's 20 after the hour. This is Al, K8BAC, along with Vicky, K8BKY. Log it for me. Let's start another list. General check-ins come now with your call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Romeo, Kilo, KQ4, ORK Mobile.
Kilo, Delta 8, Oscar, Julia Alpha, KD8OJ.
Kilo Juliet 5, India Mike Whiskey. Kilo Juliet 5, India Mike Whiskey. In and out mobile.
India 5, Mike Bravo Hotel. Kilo, India 5, Mike Bravo Hotel Mobile.
W2KJV. W2KJV.
Well, all right, we had W2KJV, Tony in Homosassa, one of our facilitators. We had KI5MBH, Stephen, Fentanyl, Louisiana, new to the system. If you are new to the system, you have a valid email address. In QRZ, you'll receive a welcome letter. We had KD2IWN, Tim in Hamburg, New York. And KJ5IMW, Robert, Houston, Texas. KD8OJA, Brian in Yale, Michigan. Those two are both mobile. We'll get to you in a minute. We had KQ4ORK, Barry in Apopka, Florida, and AJ0EF, Joe, West Seneca, New York. Anybody else want to get in on this round? Come with your comments twice and slowly.
Good morning.
All right.
Whiskey 2, Alpha, Juliet, Victor. This is Whiskey 2, Alpha, Juliet, Victor. Anthony in South Jersey.
November 2, Juliet Papa Delta. November 2, Juliet Papa Delta.
Kilo Quebec 4, Uniform Victory Golf. KQ4, UZG. In and out. Good morning, everyone.
All right, we'll add to that list KQ4, UZG, Ken in Downsville, Georgia. He's in and out. And then 2, JPD, Dennis in Depew, New York. We have W2AJV, Anthony in Atco, New Jersey. Let's jump up to the mobile stations. KD8OJA, Brian in Yale, Michigan. Question of the day, have you ever marched in a parade? Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, I've been in several parades. I used to represent the Michigan Renaissance Festival. I used to dress as pirates. We used to have a float entry float cruise. I've been 10 years. I've been to southeast India, the tip of the thumb, all the way down into the Detroit area. A lot of fun. Won a lot of trophies also. Met a lot of nice people. Back to the next. This is KD8OJA. Hope you have a good day.
All righty, thank you, Brian. Have a great day. Sound like you might be a little far from your microphone, but we caught you. You have a good one. Let's go KJ5IMW, Robert Houston. Robert.
morning, everybody on the crew. The answer will be no. That'll be a no for me. KJ5, RMW, back to net control.
All righty. Thanks for checking in this morning, Robert. Have a great day. Jump up to Joe in West Seneca, New York. AJ0EF. Good morning, Joe. You ever marched in a parade?
Good morning, Al. Vicky, rest of the Brew crew, and I see that I got you once again with my call sign. I do it at least once a week. Anyhow, yes, I have marched in parades before. Our fire department marches in a Memorial Day parade and a Labor Day parade every year. With that, I'll turn it back to net control. This is AJ0, yeah, 73.
It's just my mouth in the morning, Joe. Thanks for checking in, man. KQ40RK, Barry in Apopka, Florida. Good morning, Barry.
Good morning, everybody on the Brew crew from a warm and steamy morning here in Central Florida, 82 degrees, and I'm sure it's going up. It's been 50-plus years, but as a Boy Scout, we used to do a lot of parades. Hope everybody has a great day. Have a great week. Back to net control, 73, KQ4, ORK in the mobile.
All right, thank you, Barry. Have a great day. Let's jump down to KD2IWN Tim in Hamburg, New York. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, everybody in the Brew crew. Boy, this takes me back to my childhood, which I do too much. Back in 1976, when I was around 10, 11 years old, marched in a 1976, the bicentennial parade we had at the Erie County Fair in Hamburg, New York. Had my little colonial hat on and marched behind my mom's business, theater business, and me and my brothers marched around and threw candy at everybody, which is what you do at a parade, right? Last time I did one, it was fun. Takes me back. Thanks for doing that. 73 all. KD2IWN.
Yes, the Bicentennial Parade, a year-long party throughout the nation. That was a good time to be alive. Thanks for checking in this morning. KI5, MBH, Stephen in Gretna, Louisiana. Good morning.
Right here is KI5, MBH. Yeah, I'm from just south of New Orleans, so yeah, I'd have to say I've marched in a few parades with Mardi Gras and everything down here. But good time, good time. Thanks for holding the net. I appreciate it. Good morning, everybody, again, and back to net control.
Yeah, all right. Well, living in Canada there, that might be cheating. Nah, it counts. It counts. I wouldn't even have thought of that. Thanks for checking in this morning, Steve. Have a great day. And hey, don't be a stranger. Come back often. I see you're new to the East Coast, so East Coast Reflector. Check in a lot. Next up, one of our facilitators, W2KJV, Tony in Homosassa, Florida. Good morning, Tony.
Morning, Al. Morning, everyone on the Morning Brew. Tony here in Homosassa, Florida. No, I have never marched in a parade. Hope everyone has a great day. Back to you, W2KJV.
All righty, thank you, Tony. Well, you haven't lived until you've done that. Not really, but W8ROY, Roy, Livonia, Michigan. Good morning, Roy.
Good morning, everyone. Mobiling on the freeway, making my way through the smoke here in southeast Michigan. Put me down for yes. Did the whole marching band thing in high school, so been there, done that. Everybody have a great one. W8ROI back to next control.
All righty, thank you, Roy. Have a great day. Be safe out on the roads. Next up, W2AJV, Anthony in New Jersey. Good morning.
morning, sir. This is Whiskey 2, Alpha Juliet Victor, Anthony in Asco, New Jersey. This is my first time checking into this net, and you guys sound like a great group, and I look forward to checking in again. So, I have never marched in a parade. I can't say I have. I participated in singing the national anthem as a soloist at Veterans Stadium and Citizens Bank Park in Philly. But unfortunately, I've never had the occasion to march in a parade. So with that, I'll send it back to net control. This is Whiskey 2, Alpha Juliet Victor.
Well, alrighty. Well, thanks for checking in this morning, Anthony. And don't be a stranger. We're here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And except for holidays. We don't work holidays. So check in often. To JPD Dennis in Dubuque, New York. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning to everybody on the Brew Crew. The answer to the question is no, I have not ever marched in a parade, but I have coordinated one through my local ham radio club. Back to you.
All right, thanks for checking in this morning, Dennis. Great day. Let's see, we had KQ4UZG was in and out. Ken in Donaldsonville, Georgia. Thanks for checking in this morning, Ken. We got some text check-ins. We have K5YNU, Florida and Conroe, Texas. K4GDS, Gil in Orlando, Florida. K4ITA, Leo in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And at the top of this list, W2AJR, Andy. Good morning, Andy. I bet you've marched in a parade or two, haven't you?
Good morning, Al. Nope, I have never marched in a parade. Seen plenty, but never participated. Everybody have a great day. 7-3.
All righty, thank you, Andy. Have a great day. Enjoy it. Next up, K4ITA, Leo, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Good morning, Leo.
Good morning from the beautiful Fort Lauderdale. It's 90 degrees already and tropical humidity today. And yes, I did participate in a parade long time ago. It was a historical horse racing parade called Palio. Long time ago, I was a kid. Have a great day, everybody. K4ITA.
All righty, thank you, Leo. Have a great day yourself. Stay hydrated. It's going to be hot. Let's go to GDS Gil in Orlando, Florida. Good morning, Gil.
Good morning, everyone. I guess I'm in the minority here. No, I haven't been afraid. I've watched several with sister in it or my kids, but never been in one myself. K4 GDS, back to that.
All righty, thank you, Gil. Have a great day. Let's break with K4 GDS. Let's go down to K5YNU, our buddy Florin in Conroe, Texas. Good morning, Florin.
Good morning, Al, Vicky, everyone on the Brew Crew. The answer for the question is no. I watch a lot of them, but did not participate. Back to net control, K5YNU. Have a blessed one.
All righty, thank you, Florin. Have a great day. Let's go to WA8CLG, Doug in Homosassa, Florida. Good morning, Doug.
This is WA8CLG. Very good morning, everybody. And no, I have not ever marched in a parade, so maybe I'll have to put that on my to-do yet list. And with that, I'll see what I can get into today. Everybody have a good one. Back to you, Al. WA8CLG.
Well, all righty, Doug. Thank you for checking in this morning. Whatever you get up to, make sure there's no evidence. That takes us down to the bottom of this list. Let's start another one. This is Al, KABAC, along with Vicky, KABKY. Come with your call signs, twice and slowly, general check-ins.
Kilo Charlie 8, Foxtrot 8, KC8, FM. I-O, please, in and out. Yeah, Nick, Kilo,
Juliet,
check in, Kilo 4,
X-ray,
Fox,
Bravo,
uniform, that's
Kilo, Juliet 5, Delta X-ray, Bravo.
Bravo, Delta Oscar, Kilo Echo 2, Bravo, Delta Oscar, mobile, in and out.
Kilo Alpha 2, Echo, uniform. Kilo Alpha 2, Echo, uniform.
So Charlie 8, Foxtrot, Mary Tango, KC8, FMC.
November Whiskey 4, Quebec, NW4Q. Charlie Papa Oscar. Kilo Charlie 5, Charlie Papa Oscar. Kilo November 4, two-tone blue, KN4, TTB. In and out this morning.
That's a good little list. First of all, out stations. We had KN4 TTB, Steve in Largo, Florida. KE2 BDF in Schuler Falls, New York. And KE2 GAT Walter, Limbrook, New York. They were all out. Thanks for checking in this morning, guys. Have a great day. We had KC5 CPO Dave in Burleson, Texas. We had NW4Q Jim, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Checking in via text, we had KC2JPQ Frank in Lancaster, New York. We also had KC8 FMT Richard in Grand Rapids, Michigan. KA2EEU Scott in Spring, Texas. KK4FU Mike in Dalzell, South Carolina. We had KJ5DXB Frank in Sugar Land, Texas. And we had one we think was a E8, possibly a FST. If you could come back with your call sign one more time, make sure we get that right, please. There was a KE8 station. KE sound like F, maybe ST. If you could come back with your call sign if it was close to that, please. All right, well, hearing nothing, we'll assume he was in and out as well. Let's go to KJ5DXV Frank in Sugar Land, Texas. Question of the day, have you ever marched in a parade? Good morning, Frank.
KJ5DXB, good morning to you, Al, Vicky, and everybody out there. I would be a no. Thanks for the check-in. Have a great day, everybody. KJ5DXB, back to you, Al.
All righty, thank you, Frank. Have a great day. Got you down as a no. Let's go to KK4FU, Mike, Dalzell, South Carolina. Good morning.
All right, good morning, young fella. Answer to the question is yes, but it's been like 60 plus years ago. That's a pretty good question. But anyway, good morning to everybody on the Brew. Everybody sounding good. KK4FU in the metropolis of Dalzell, South Carolina.
Yep, it's been over 40 some odd years for me, so time gets by. Let's go KA2EEU, Scott, Spring, Texas. Morning, Scott.
Good morning, Al, and everyone in the Brew crew. I can't recall that I ever have. Been racking my brain. Don't think I have. So, back over to you, KA2EEU.
All righty, thank you, Scott. Have a great day. Let's jump over to KC8 FMT Richard over in Grand Rapids. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning. I've done it a few times once.
when my town had a centennial celebration, and then in the military, and then with a Native American group that I'm involved with. That's it. KC8FMT.
All righty, thank you, Richard. Have a great day. Let's check in with KC2 JPQ Frank over in Lancaster, New York. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Al, and everybody on the Brew. Never marched in a parade. Not much going on today, so I'll just send it back to the net. Everybody have a great day. KC2 JPQ.
All righty. Enjoy the day. Let's go to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, NW4Q. Good morning, Jim.
How you doing, Al? We finally got a break in the from the heat that you spoke about. Yeah, I've been in several parades. Thanks a lot.
All righty, thank you, Jim. I'm glad it's cooling down just a little bit. That Tennessee heat can really get to you. I've experienced that firsthand. Let's go to KC5, CPO Dave in Burleson, Texas. Good morning, Dave.
It's a beautiful morning here in north central Texas, and thanks for taking my check-in. Hope everyone's doing well today. Yes, when I was a kid, was in a lot of parades. Even got the hand wave down, you know. But since I've been licensed, I find it more fun to do to help with comms during parades. That's a whole lot of fun as well. So, back to you. Thanks again for taking my check-in. This is KC5 CPO.
Yeah, the hand wave is very important. All right. Thanks for checking in this morning, Dave. Have a great day. Let's jump down to a couple of text check-ins here. We have our aeronautical net controller, Carlos, in Hollywood, Florida, N1CBM. Good morning, Carlos.
Good morning, Al, Vicky, the rest of the crew. Aeronautical Mobile is not going to be on today because I'm flying as a passenger. I'm in Chicago O'Hare, waiting for my plane to board down to Fort Lauderdale, going back home. And for the question, yes, I have been in a parade. Last one, I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago with my kids on a St. Patty's Day. Pretty fun day. I want to send it back to you, Al. N1CBM. Everyone, have a great day.
All right. Safe travels today, sir. Hope you get home nice and safe. And they got another text check-in, KC2GRN, Joel in East Yaphank, New York. Good morning, Joel.
Good morning, everybody on the Morning Brew. Al and Vicky, KC2GRN. Yeah, I've been in a parade. Not recently, long time ago, back in school. And, yeah, it was interesting. Anyway, everybody have a great day and a great week. Looking forward. And KC2GRN back to net.
Thanks, Joel. It's down to the bottom of another list. Got about 15 more minutes for the Morning Brew Net. Let's take some more check-ins, general check-ins. Come now with your call signs twice and slowly.
Here is Kilo 2, Echo Papa Mike. Kilo 2, Echo Papa Mike.
November 2, Victor Lima Kilo. November 2, Victor Lima Kilo.
Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot Bravo Mike.
Whiskey 9.
Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot Bravo Mike. In and out. Good morning.
All right, let's hold it up right there for just a second. We had a couple of them that were just about doubles. Let's see if we got them both. One of them we think was W9SAM, correct?
Roger.
And are you hanging around to answer the question, Sam, or were you in and out? Or, yeah, Sam, are you in and out? All right, just make sure. The other station found at KO4FBM. Roger?
That's the Roger, Al. In and out.
All righty, thank you, Jose. We got you as in and out. Thanks for checking in this morning. All right, anybody else want to get in on this list? Come down to the call signs twice and slowly. Well, it looks like we're adding KQ4 UPK, Chris, in Hollywood, Florida, to the list. Who else wants to get in on the big call signs twice and slowly?
November 8, Mike Juliet, November, and 8, MJN, mobile in and out.
All right, we got you in there, Marson, N8 MJN in Sterling Heights. It's on the road and is in and out. We also had KO4FBM in and out. Thanks for checking in, Jose, in St. Cloud, Florida. All right, let's go up to the top of the list. Checking in via text, W2EM Chuck in Lancaster, New York. Good morning, Chuck. Have you ever marched in a parade?
Good morning, Al, and everybody. Morning Brew this morning. Yes, being in a fire company, I've been in a lot of parades. So yeah, the question is yes. W2EM, have a great day.
Yeah, I imagine you have. Can't have a parade without the fire trucks. Let's go to K2EPM Ed, Bethpage, New York. Good morning.
K2EPM here. Good morning. Yeah, I've been in a few parades, a couple of classic car parades, and also, I think Memorial Day parades with my son's Cub Scout and Boy Scout troop. Great question this morning, as was yesterday's question. Got connect control.
Alrighty, thank you. I'd have a great day. Let's go to W8R in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Good morning, Ryan.
Sorry about that. I had a little issue there. Good morning, everybody on the Brew. Yeah, we march in the parade. I'm on city council here. My family march in the hometown Christmas parade, and we march in the Memorial Day parade. Back to net control, W8RJD.
All right. Have a great day. Let's go to N2 VLK Jeff in Lancaster, New York. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody has a fine day today. To answer the question, the best I can remember is marching in a parade when I was in the Army, and that's a long time ago. And with that, I'll turn it back to you and say 7-3, and thanks for doing what you do, N2 VLK.
All righty, thank you, Jeff. Have a great day yourself. Don't know if W9SAMP is in or out. I wanted to answer the question, but we'll call on him anyways. Good morning, Sam. Have you ever marched in a parade?
Oh, yeah. I was in many parades on the fire department over 30 plus years. Always leading the parade with a big fire engine and the blowing the sirens, the horns, the whole 9 yards. So put that down for a yes, over.
All righty, thank you, Sam. Have a great day, sir. You gotta love the fire engines. That's the best part of the parade. All right, let's go to KQ4 UPK Chris in Hollywood, Florida. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody on the Brew crew. Let's see. You're gonna have to put me down for no on this one. And yeah, it's gonna have to be a no.
All right, thanks for checking in this morning, Chris. Have a great day. That takes us down to the end of this list. Got about 9 more minutes. Let's start another one. You want to get in on the morning brew, question of the day, or whether you want to just check in or out. Up, nice and slowly.
KO4AXL. KO4AXL.
For OSU, not for Ohio State University. Go Badgers.
Kilo Juliet 5, Hotel Mike Uniform, Spring, Texas.
Well, we got a couple here. We got KJ5HMU Owen in Spring, Texas. He's new to the system. Welcome to the system, Owen. We'll be with you just a minute. We have my favorite Wisconsin Badger in 4OSU, Jerry in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And we got KO4AXL, Tim in Hickory, North Carolina. Question of the day, have you ever marched in a parade? KO4AXL. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Net Control, and answer for me is going to be a no. My daughter has, but not myself. Back to you.
All righty, thank you, Tim. Have a great day. Let's go over to Jerry, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, N4OSU. Good morning, Jerry.
Well, good morning all. Thank you for doing the net. Do appreciate it. Give me a yes. Had to have the credit to play sports at 4 OSU.
All righty. Have a great day. We got KJ5HMU Owen in Spring, Texas. Looks like he's new to the system. Good morning, Owen.
Morning, Net Control, and to answer the question, I have to go with a no.
All right, well, thank you, Owen. Don't be a stranger. Check in often. We're here Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I know that a lot of the Texas repeaters hook up to it. So, all right, that takes us down to the bottom of another list. Got about 5 minutes. Let's do 5 or 6 more check-ins. Come with your call signs twice and slowly.
M5 MXI, November 5, Mike X-Ray India. KD2 ZFD, that's Killer Delta 2, Zulu Foxtrot Delta.
WX6 Triple Alpha Whiskey X-Ray 6 Alpha 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 in Pennsylvania.
Charlie 8, Lima, Golf, Juliet. Kilo Charlie 8, Lima, Golf, Juliet, mobile, in and out.
EE2, EFX. Kilo Echo 2, Echo Fox X-ray, mobile, in and out.
All right, we'll acknowledge the in and outs first. We had KE2EFX, Dustin, Holbrook, New York. KC8, LGJ, Steve, down there in Van Buren, Ohio, probably running up 23 because he's using a W2PUT repeater. I'd like to thank both of you for checking in this morning. Safe travels to both of you. Then we had WAA, Jerry, in Pennsylvania. We had KD2ZFD, Mike, in New York. And at the top of this list, N5, MXI, David, in Corpus Christi, Texas. This is Al, KABAC, along with Vicky, KEAVKY, logging for me. Question of the day, have you ever marched in a parade? N5 MXI, good morning, David.
Good morning, everybody on the net. No to the question, and back to the net. N5 MXI.
All right, thank you, David. Have a great day. Let's go down to KD2ZFD, Mike in East Meadow, New York. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, all on the Brew crew. It's good to be here. It's been a while. Yes, I marched in parade when my kids, they had a baseball parade, but also in Scouts. I marched with the Scouts. And I love parades. It's a great thing to do. Anyway, thanks so much for what you guys do. This is KD2, ZFD, back to net.
All right, thank you, Mike. Have a great day. Let's go to WX6, AAA, Jerry, in Pennsylvania. Good morning, Jerry.
Yeah, good morning to the net. To answer your question, yes, I have marched in parades. Our high school marching band were state champions, state champion marching band, and we got invited all over the state to march in parades and do football game shows. So, yep, I've been there, done that, got the T-shirt. Back to the net, Whiskey X-Ray 6, Triple Alpha.
All righty, thank you, Jerry. Have a great day. A couple more minutes left. Let's take 2 or 3 more check-ins before we wrap it up. Come now with your call signs twice and slowly.
KF0 MA10, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Mike Hotel, November. Zero Golf Alpha Quebec, Kilo Charlie 0 Golf Alpha Quebec, in and out.
All right, yep, Dick said I needed one more, so there it is. Kilo Charlie 0 Golf Alpha Quebec, Jeff in Cortland, New York. He was in and out. Have a good morning. Let's wrap this up with KF0 MHN, Bill in East Bethel, Minnesota. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Al. Good morning, Brew. Yes, I have marched in parades, Cub Scout when I was a young kid, and then military when I was in the Navy. So good times back in the day. And have a great day, and 73 to you, KF0 MHN.
All righty, thank you. Have a great day. And this is Al, KABAC, along with Vicky, KAVKY, Scott, W2BLT. Everybody else on the Brew crew, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in on the Morning Brew. Just a reminder, this net meets every week, Monday through Friday, from 8 a.m. or 7 a.m., 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. I am usually not. Sometimes I am. And at this point, we're going to return the East Coast Reflector to its radio use. 73s, everybody.